Hello and welcome back to my Allen Bradley PLC test bench. This is video number 4 in the wiring arm series for CLogix. In this one I'm going to show you how the start and finish of 1756 TBCH 36 pin wiring arm. Now, depending on which module you're using the arm on, you may or may not use the bottom two terminals, 34, 36 and 33, 35. But as you saw in the previous video on analog cards, you use all of those terminals. So as a generic, if you're not using those wires, when they're in your wiring duct, you just tape them up and stuff them off to the side. Now, because it's I use a 19 conductor cable, I save the green wire as not connected, and I take the two green wires in the terminal strip, which you can't see here right now, and just tape them up so that if you as the customer want to use those as a ground wire for grounding your chassis in various spots, it's there available for you to use. So, as you can see, this side is red, this side is blue. I just identify the cables, because I use two cables, with red tape and blue tape. So if we come over here, you see I've already got my nice long tie wrap in place. I take my two cables, my red and my blue, put them in, and here's the shoulder on the outside insulation of the cable. I always bring that up tight to there and kind of hold them in place in the center. Now, one of the advantages to having this tape on here is it does give an extra surface for strain relief, basically. And there we go, that's good and tight. Okay, it doesn't matter which side you start with. Myself being right-handed, and it's the cable is pointed towards, the blue cable is pointed towards me, I generally just start with this side. So the first one in this case, I'll just move my wiring diagram over here, the green-white. That all nice at the bottom. Again, in this one you need to do smaller loops so that you don't have a large amount of cable right there. And you want to keep it back in line with the screws on the other side. That way everything, when you're done and you flatten your cables down and your wires up here, it makes it so that you can use a standard size cover. So, again, the first few are kind of a pain. And again, with this one, once it starts getting snug, you don't over tighten it. I've got a bunch of these over the last number of years where someone has used a screwdriver that is too large, and all of this is clean. This black material has been chipped away because they've used the wrong size screwdriver. So this stuff isn't very thick and it breaks real easy. So make sure you buy yourself a good quality termination screwdriver that isn't going to damage anything there. And again, you just line it up so that you get a nice even bundle there. And after you do a number of these, you don't even think about what you got to do. Your fingers just go in the right spot. So you just carry on. I can just barely hear the starting to squeak, so that's when you stop. So I will finish wiring up this side, and then I will come back, I'll stop the video, and then I'll come back once this side is wired up and we start into the other side. Now, pretty simple actually, but it's just a slight little trick when you're wiring the other side and it's facing you this way. I don't have movable vise, so that's the way it is. And get in there, there we go. Oh, there's a squeak. Alright, back in a few minutes. Okay, so I have this side wired, as you can see. And if I kind of bring it up, you can see they're as tight as I can get them without being, really tight. Now, they do come out about 1 inch to here. And on the other side, you want to make them a little bit shorter. So we start out with our bottom terminal. Now you have to kind of bring that over like that, bring that down like that, and in this case it just happens to be at the next color code spot. And you want to keep this side shorter so that it folds underneath this side when you put them all together for putting the cover on. And it takes a little bit of finagling to get it in there. And again, there's the squeak, so stop. Stop when it squeaks, kind of like a mouse. And you just continue on until you get all the way up to the top. So hopefully this will be a shorter video than the other one, even though it's more wires. I will finish putting this side together, and then I'll turn the camera back on, and I'll go through how I fold them over so that they fit underneath our standard size cover. Now, it's easy to do, and there'll be one more video after this. I do have some Allen Bradley IFM arms, and I'll show the difference between them, how they did it and how I do it. So let's be back here in a few minutes when the wires are all the way up to here and we're ready to start flattening things out. Right back. Okay, so we're just finishing up now, and hopefully you can see that the side that I'm working on right now is a little bit less in height and width than the first side. And like I say, this is just so that when you fold things in, it stays together in the cover. Depending on the voltage, you may have, your location may have various rules about, what's the maximum voltage, but the maximum voltage for Allen Bradley cards is 220 volt, and those are hard to find in North America. And so here we go, this is the last wire. I'll just kind of bring it around that way so that it folds in there nicely. Now I know there's automatic type strippers and stuff that you can use. Everyone has their own preference. If you wanted to do this side first and then the other side second, that's entirely your creative process. Okay, now I'll take the two green wires that were our spare. Like I say, it's up to the customer what they want to do with it. Myself, I just twist them together, trim them off so they're just about the second terminal. Take a short piece of green tape just to stay color coordinated and all those wonderful fun type things. And now we're ready to start our folding. So obviously we want to fold hold it up like that. This side you want to work down, the short side, and then take the other side and start working it down. Don't be scared to put some force on it. And it's looking pretty good. Everything is inside. There's always one wire there that sticks out just a bit when you don't want it to. It's nice and clean. Clicks together nicely. And line it up. Now as you get closer and closer to the bottom, it's going to be tighter to get it in. And like I said, there's always that one wire that sticks out a bit. There it is. That wasn't so hard. Hopefully you were able to see all that. I will, here, I'll just back up a bit. Refocus. Pull that off of there so that you can see what I'm doing. And again, so you slide it on, and as you're going on, you're going to notice that some of the wires are sticking up a bit. Just massage them around, get them in, and there you are. So there we go. That's it for the TBCH and the 36 pin. It's 18 gauge wire, and I wouldn't use anything larger than 18 gauge. And I'm going to do one more video comparing this type of wiring with the Allen Bradley pre-made wiring arms using the IFM termination block and their pre-wired arm and how they do it. Just as a matter of reference for you to see how it's done. So anyhow, that's it for this one. Hopefully you got a good giggle out of an old guy working hard, and come back anytime and subscribe if you'd like. Thank you very much.